3, 2, 1.
We are never very far from those we hate. For this very reason, we shall never be truly close to those we love. We set sail 67 days ago. September 1914.
You seem to have cold skin. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, hey everybody.
Hey guys.
Just trying to warm up. Welcome to another episode of Happywax TV.
Axemaster.
Happywax. And this is the Doom Gorim Report.
Yes. And tonight we're talking about a movie called Cold Skin.
Oh. See what we did there.
Yeah. So, anyways, I don't even know if this movie came to theaters. I don't think so. I just saw the trailer for it a while ago, and through the means of the internet, we found this movie and we watched it. So, yeah. So, but we had the pleasure of seeing it maybe before most did. I don't know, but I'm sure it's played in other places around the world,
Aquariums.
Yeah, and I'm sure it got like yeah, exactly. I'm sure it got a theatrical run too. So, but it's by director Xavier Gens, and he is, well, in my eyes, anyways, he did one of my favorite movies called Frontiers. A lot of people haven't seen this movie, but it is. I don't even know how to explain it. It's kind of like a cross between Martyrs and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's just freaking crazy. It's French, and it's just awesome. So if you haven't seen that movie, find it. It's called Frontiers. But tonight we're talking Cold Skin. So.
Cold Skin.
Yeah.
Starring Ray Stevenson as Gruner. And David Oakes as Friend.
It's a nice name.
It's kind of like Friday in Robinson Crusoe.
Oh, yeah.
And Aura Garrido as Daenerys.
Daenerys, and she's like the
Fish lady?
Yeah, the mascot. Doesn't he call her a mascot?
Yeah, that's right.
Mascot.
Gruner calls her the mascot.
Gruner.
Or Friend does.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. Do you want to go?
Sure. Okay, so we went into this movie again with, like, I went into it sort of skeptically because, let's face it, it's a creature feature. Okay, so, and we just, a while back, we saw Shape of Water.
Yes.
Okay, so Guillermo del Toro's got the, the Aquaman thing happening. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, it seemed like, why not? Let's try it out. We checked it out, and man, I'll tell you, I love this movie from the second it started.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I don't know, it's got some kind of old classic vibe to it. It reminded me in the beginning of, for some reason, I kept thinking of the old Kong movie.
Yeah.
With them going to this island.
Yep.
And Buddy there, David Oakes' character Friend, he's trying to get away from life, and he's got, he's one of these, like, tortured 18th century guys that writes poetry and blah, 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 and all these heavy words, and looking for a meaning for life. And he goes to be a weather inspector on this island in the middle of nowhere, like nowhere. It's like a charred volcanic rock in the middle of this giant foreboding ocean, like. And there's one other guy there, and they can't find the replacement there, or the guy he's replacing, because there's a lighthouse over here on this craggy piece of rock, and then way over here there's a little cabin where the weather guy lives, and the weather guy's mysteriously not there.
Yep. Gruner
is in the lighthouse; he's the lighthouse keeper, and the lighthouse is all done up with these like spikes and shit, and you don't know why. And I don't know, it just started that way, and it just sucked me right in, and then it didn't waste any time getting to the point.
Yep.
And the very first night that David Oakes is sitting in his cabin, you figure out where the weather guy went, because he's accosted by an army of Aquaman type fish people
yeah.
that come out of the water. Like it had elements of the Lord of the Rings for it too, like the way they were coming across the rocks. Like I kept thinking of my precious, but they were a lot different than that. So I don't know, I liked it right off the hop.
Yeah,
definite.
It's funny that you say that, Lord of the Rings, because they looked like, was it Gollum?
Yeah,
guy?
yeah.
And then Gruner looked like fucking Gandalf the Brave. So I'm like, what the fuck? And near the end there, Friend looked like freaking what's his name? Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah.
So I like
Return of the King.
I don't know, but no, I like this movie too. I thought it was fucking great. Again, I had the luxury of seeing the trailer, and I was sucked in when I saw the trailer for. I just thought it was awesome, and I thought to myself, maybe they gave too much away, because like you said, it is a creature feature. They don't hide that. There's no secret here. They don't, you know what I mean? And they show it to you in the trailer. They show the creatures. So I'm thinking, fuck, there's the element of that surprise gone. Like, what's going to happen here? Like, because a lot of times in the trailers, they'll show too much just to try and entice you to watch it. And then it's a piece of shit a lot of times because they have to do that to get people to watch, right? Wasn't the case for this movie. This, honestly, like you said, from the very get-go. And this movie's beautifully shot, too. I know we don't really say this a lot on this show, but there was a lot of landscape shots.
Cinematography,
oh my god, it's,
like really symbolically shot. You know?
Yeah, and then even just and a lot of the times when the ocean is crashing over the rock, it's just I thought to myself there, you know what, that would be an awesome place to live if you could convert that lighthouse into like a living spot. You know, mind you, I'd want a community around me of some sort. I wouldn't want to be there alone, but I mean, goddamn, what a view and what a great place.
And that's just it. Like what you just said. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be there alone because what the movie really gets to you there is they drop a guy off with enough supplies apparently to last him like a year maybe or whatever, and then you got this real sense of desolation and isolation out of the location. So you know,
and I mean, really, there was nowhere for them to go. They had to fight these creatures every night, and they don't really give why. I mean, there's no spoilers here. We won't give us spoilers for this movie because it's so new, and I don't even think it's out a lot. But it's just, again, going from the trailer, you know that there's a woman fish creature that's heavily involved in this movie with these two guys, just because she's in the trailer and you know whatever. So, but they don't ever really say why the fish people attack him.
Well, I think it's probably just because they were there and they were encroaching on their, you know. Yeah. So really, it's kind of like, you know, I mean, are we doing the spoiler then, or like?
Well, we can, but that's all in the trailer too.
Right,
I'm not.
Like, I mean, the way it ends, I mean, it's like they didn't want to. Yeah. Eventually, they were like, well, this is stupid, right? But you know, I mean, it's kind of like. I think though Gruner's character was more tortured, so he was doing it because he was just angry at everything. He hated everybody,
yes,
right?
And we don't know his backstory either, so we don't know what he did to piss these people off, to make them come and attack him. You know what I mean? Because he seemed like a pretty big prick.
But we also know they took the first weather guy, right?
Yeah.
Because Gruner says when they drop off David Oakes, Mr. Friend there, they drop him off and he goes, well, where's the weatherman? And he goes, typhus, right? And that, you know, I mean, it's like, so he knew what happened to him, obviously, you know. So, but I don't know.
I know, but I have a sneaking suspicion. Again, okay, so we're giving spoilers here, you know, whatever. But the fish lady probably went back and said something to her group, because like you said at the end there, where they're trying to be friendly with each other.
Well, it's escalating, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're escalating, which is kind of like, you know, and then they have that one big assault and boom.
A lot of them die.
Yeah, tons of them die. So they kind of go, this is ridiculous. Like, I mean, how many guys are we going to throw at this? So
and
so they want to stop, but Gruner doesn't. Right?
Yeah,
like Gruner still keeps going.
It's funny how David Oakes' character changes over the course of the movie too, because when he first gets there, he's like a wimpy suck, really. He couldn't even fire his gun, and Gruner just throws him out of the way. And then Gruner gets pissed off at him. I think it was the second night, and locks him out there. So it's either you fight or no, the third night or whatever. Because I think the first attack is in the house when he first finds out about him. But yeah, so Gruner kind of straightens him out there, and you know, so then you know, David Oakes' character turns in almost to a Gruner, and then at the end, I think it was when he saw the fish child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He had and I think he became attracted to Fish Lady.
I think Fish Lady had a lot to. I think he started seeing her as something beautiful, as opposed to, you know, and that's the other underlying thing here is like, you know, if we don't, just because you're different looking doesn't mean you're not beautiful, and that's essentially what, you know. Again, that's totally like The Shape of Water right there.
Exactly.
But,
and
you know,
if I was stuck on an island with a hairy old Gruner, Fish Lady would look pretty good to me too. So I mean, it's what it is. You know what I mean? So, but whatever. So, but you knew that element was going to be in there at some point. How could it not? You know what I mean? But and they made her. So it was the same as the Shape of Water. I mean, okay, he's a fish creature, but he's a ripped, stacked fish creature. So
Yeah,
he
yeah.
does have some attractive elements to him, as
Yeah.
weird as that may sound.
She's a fish woman, but she has the body of a ballerina.
Yes, and so she's an attractive fish lady. So they know what they're doing here. So you know, if she was some Jabba the Hutt looking fish lady, then nothing ever would have became of that. But anyways,
I also like the era, like 1914. You
yeah,
know?
perfect time to do it.
You get like the old steamships, you got the old equipment, the old rifles, and no machine guns, you know.
Yeah.
And there's even a scene where they go diving, you know,
Yes.
with the diving, the
Yeah.
big heavy old diving suit, which is really cool.
This movie, I
So-
don't think would have been as good if they would have done it in modern era.
No.
Because they would have had all the high tech guns, like you said,
No.
and just blown these fucking fish creatures out of the
it
water.
wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, but with this one, it's a struggle because a lot of the guns, you know, after 5 shots or whatever, have to be reloaded or whatever it was. I don't know my guns, but whatever. It's not something you can just stand there and shoot for 20 minutes and mow everybody down. You have, you know, after so many seconds, you have to reload your shit, and it's just as they're getting attacked. It just made it more intense, and it was awesome. And then, like you said, the dive bell or the suit was I haven't seen anyone wear something like that back to when. What was that movie with Robert De Niro and Cuba Gooding Jr.? I can't remember, but when they were divers, they're dive master or something like that. But I can't remember, but you know the movie I'm talking about. So, but
Pretty cool.
yeah, it is a pretty good, a pretty cool system. But yeah, I think like you said, the era was a big deal for this movie too to make it work. So, but I don't know. What are you giving it?
I'm giving it a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say 8.5. I'll give it 8.5. Fish spins up.
I'm gonna give it a 9. Fish
Yeah.
flippers flip.
Yeah, this really was a diamond in the rough.
Yeah,
Well,
I liked it.
Yeah, it was really good. If you get a chance to see this movie, don't hesitate to watch it. It is
Swim right up,
yes,
and do a flip, and get yourself a copy.
yes, it is that good. So highly recommended by us. So
Yeah. All right then.
all right. Well, again, I usually start with this, but I'll end with it. Thanks again for all the subscribers. I just checked before we did this video, and I think in the last month we've gained almost 150 subscribers, which is actually craziness.
Yeah.
Craziness, I tell you. So that's awesome. Thanks, guys, and I hope you like what we're doing. We got lots more coming out. So yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe.
All right.
That's it.
And until next time. Stay
Stay
scared.
scared.